listening to the Casual Sports Show.
Palmer stepping away at first. Palmer extending the play. Crosses the field. Larry Fitzgerald. Fitzgerald is going to take it into Green Bay territory.
The show exclusively known as the voice of the Arizona Cardinals fan club, the Bird Gang.
Fitzgerald inside the 30, the 20. It's over. It's insane.
Now with your host, Earl Burnett, a.k.a. Casual E.
Bird Gang on three. 1, 2, 3.
Hello and welcome to another edition of the Casual Sports Show, the exclusive voice of the fan base called the Bird Gang and also Suns Nation. Earl Burnett, a.k.a. Casual E. He, of course, is Sean. We're trying to come up with a nickname, McConnell.
What's up, man?
What's going on, bro?
I couldn't even think of something snarky to say because it's about myself, but I'm sure I'll come back with one next week.
All right. We are coming to you on a quarantine Monday night. Follow us on Facebook Live. I'm pretty sure we have it up there for articles, updates of the Cardinal moves, and everything else going on in the world of somewhat of what's left of the world of sports. www.ksrnaz.com is the place you go. We will try to keep you entertained as best we can with those articles. If you haven't subscribed yet, please go ahead and do so.
Yeah, what are you waiting for?
Exactly. As soon as you do subscribe, all of the new articles and any new information from KSRN will be sent directly to you via email or your mobile device. And you can also go ahead and like us on our 4 media platforms, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram, YouTube page, all with the same tab, Casual Sports. It's K-A-Z-U-A-L with the Z at the end of the word, sports. So, Mr. McConnell, what's going on, man? I caught some of your quarantine episodes on Facebook over the weekend. What's going on, man?
Yeah, just to start, when your dog, I mean, it's a puppy, right? But when
What the hell was that, man?
when your dog rolls in poop at like 9 a.m. and you haven't finished your coffee yet, it's going to be a long day. That was definitely a long day. But going deeper than that, shout out to all the teachers in the world because, good Lord, it is hard to homeschool 4 kids. Well, I mean, three out of my 4 kids while working from home. We're doing it. I mean, we're in a schedule now, and it's good. But like the first couple days, it's like we're on a boat without a sail in a storm, and we're just kind of going for it. And like, who knows what's going to happen? But shout out to all the teachers, man. Much respect, more respect, ever than and I had a lot, but more than I have now. It's just it's tough out there, man.
I'm a little ahead of the game because I did homeschooling with my girls up until, man, my oldest did homeschool all the way to 11th grade. And my youngest girls are still with their mom. They're still doing homeschool right now. So I'm a little ahead of the game when it comes to that. But
yeah, for sure.
The rest of this dang weekend for me was kind of, I mean, this is being at home all day with your family present.
There is like no time to escape.
Yeah, it's good. And then you look, and then you, on the other hand, you go, man, I'm getting tired of
right?
No, I'm just kidding. No, but I did not realize how much, family time that we don't spend together.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? This whole thing kind of makes you see how much you do take for granted. Just for being here.
Oh yeah.
And then having my family here every single day. I mean, the girls came and got the other girls from their mom. And they've been here the whole week because they're on on spring break or whatever. And the first couple of days, they're all excited. And I kept coming back home from work, and I started to see them go further and further apart and sitting on the couch. Like everybody getting tired of each other, it looks like.
And it sounds like I'm complaining, but I'm truly grateful because now I can be there for the breakfast and lunch and help with Alex because she does an amazing job, but just be able to take some of the load off and give her time to have a break.
Exactly.
It's amazing. Like part of me just wishes I could work from home for the rest of my life and the kids could be homeschooled because it's just kind of cool to have. But I can tell right now we're all kind of on our nerves a little bit.
Right.
And we're just doing our best to, take the breaks when we can and appreciate the little things,
I had to break out the old PS4 had to break out this whole weekend.
Wait,
man.
The PS4 is old? What's going on?
I had it, and I just haven't played it in years. I mean, literally years. I used to be a Madden freak. I mean, we're talking about from when Madden first started all the way up until every one of them, all the way up until the last 3 years. I just have not played it, and just had to break it out Madden and broke out the 2K, and I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there creating myself on the 2K game and jumping in the Sons of Help D book on the team.
Let me guess. You took over Aiden's spot. He got benched when you got in. Is that what happened?
No, I had Bridges coming off the bench for me.
Oh, okay. It's like that.
Playing power forward. I mean, shooting forward. Like, it was pretty cool though. But I mean, it took me some time to get back used to it though. But I had to do it in foot, man. Man, this is even more weird. You think that's weird? In Madden, I used to take the Madden game and create my whole league.
Yeah.
For every team. I mean, every team. So I would replace the names with just whatever name popped into my head. Just any name. My friends' names. I would create my name. And then it got really where I started putting the movies.
Yeah.
Characters from movies. I would create them. Marty McFly and
okay, but did you give them, like, were they all 6'10", like the right build and like 99 everything?
No, I kind of mixed it up though. I mixed it up though because I didn't want everybody to be dominant. You got to have some good players,
Earl,
bad players.
You haven't played Madden if you beat a team like 68-0. You haven't played Madden if you.
No, man.
Come on.
No. You want some competition, man. I had to create guys.
It's 4 verticals every play. Every play is 4 verticals.
It was kind of crazy because for me, it all depends on how big the superstar was and how big his name was.
That's fair.
So if I created
Jerry Maguire,
Don Bon Jovi as
oh no,
player, I'm serious. I had all these names. I mean, I went from music to movie titles to I mean,
no.
And then it got really weird. I started putting products on there. Anything that's Procter and Gamble is a dude. Anything I could make a first and last name, I had it on there. It was getting kind of crazy, and I had all these names. And every year that game would come out, I would have to sit up at night and put all them names back in.
Of course, until you could like link them together. But I gotta ask. I mean, Bon Jovi, what position did he play?
Oh, he was a corner.
He was a corner. So when he got an interception, did he hold on to what he got? Does it make a difference if he caught it or not? I mean,
Man, I used to get really, really, really hyped into these games, dude. I'm telling you, I used to be the commentator, and he hands the ball off to Forrest Gump.
Yeah, of course, Forrest Gump's your running back, right? I mean, like that.
Running back. You know that was my running back, man. But, it was kind of cool, though. I used to do it, but I haven't done that in over 10 or 12 years, and I haven't played the game in 3. So
we've been pretty big on the Nintendo Switch. There's a new Sonic and Mario Olympic games. So because I got smaller kids, right? So we're all yelling at each other doing the 100-meter dash or the hurdles, and it gets pretty intense. We had to separate the kids for a minute because they were getting pretty rowdy about it. But
okay, well, speaking of Olympic games, let's find out what's going on.
In the casual house.
Just as you said, the Olympic Games, they finally come around and they go ahead and postpone it. What were they waiting on?
I mean, that's like the sporting of all sporting events, and there's a lot of moving parts there. So I get why they took their time. I mean, you could always cancel, right, at the last second, right? Which is, I think, what they kind of did today, being as close as it was. You probably couldn't have pushed it any closer. I think they just wanted to do their what-if scenarios if this died out or whatever. But since it's kind of surging through the U.S. now, all those U.S. players are going to come over, and you could just have a bounce-back effect. So I'm glad that they did it. I mean, I'm bummed because it's just more sports delayed. But I think all of us now in this world are used to things being delayed because of this pandemic. So it is what it is.
I thought for sure they should have been the first organization to postpone, because what's the underlining thing for this whole virus thing? The underlining thing is traveling.
Yeah.
I mean, people that are traveling world from one part of the country to the next, and that's how they're transmitting, giving this thing to each other, back and forth, and that would be the first thing I would think.
Right.
You got to cancel that because, I mean, countries are coming from all over wherever to come to where? The place where this thing started? Almost? Was it China? Was it Japan?
Yeah.
So, I mean, I thought they hung on way too long. What was they waiting on?
My assumption is that they waited to the last minute, right when people were going to start flying over there, and so I cut it off
a long time ago.
Yeah, no,
like 2 weeks ago. Flights were kind of subsided.
Yeah,
but anyway,
but there's a lot of moving parts, and there's a big committee, and I'm sure there was people that were kind of torn about it and that didn't quite understand it.
A lot of money.
That's
involved.
the big one right there.
Big one. That's what it's really about. And so one of the poll voters, was it, that came on there and was like, we should just, hold this thing up for a whole year, and they took her advice. They ended up postponing it and saying they'll pick it up next year at the same time. So that was pretty cool. But the question is going to be after that. It's always that 4 years. Now it's going to be a 3-year one, right? Or are they going to continue to go with the?
I think you put that one as a 3-year. I mean, everything sports wise this year is going to have an asterisk by it. This is the year that dates were postponed, and
right,
like championships are going to look weird because players might have been out of shape and maybe they cost their team getting to the championship, or like whatever happens, it's going to be weird, right? Like the MLB players are going to show up.
Yeah.
So this whole sports year is going to be different.
In shape, it's another thing to be in game shape.
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
A lot of these guys are probably still working out
in their homes.
Yeah, but when you come to that, to an actual game and you're not in game shape, you still look a little slow.
Right.
But that's going to be kind of interesting to see how they transition back into the sport after coming out of it so abruptly.
Right.
Now you got to transition back into it like little, but is it little by little, or do you just go hit it all, at the same time? Everybody just hit it all guns a blazing.
Yeah, it's going to be really interesting to see what happens.
Yeah, we got another thing we can talk about too. Of course, we know the virus here in Arizona is spreading. I mean, I looked up Friday; it was 27 cases in Maricopa alone, and now just over the weekend, I get up this morning, it was 184, and then the same day, this afternoon, from the morning to the afternoon, it spiked to 230 something, and now it's sitting at 300 something. It's like, wow, this thing is spreading fast here.
Yeah.
And right here. I mean, I don't see how this thing gets slowed down, even if everybody does go quarantine. How do you slow it down? How do you stop it?
Nationally, the only thing that can be done is a nationwide quarantine, whereas only essential travel is permitted, where it sounds like today the governor did not lean towards that, which a lot of people are pushing back on, and I could agree with that side. It sounds like the only way to really snuff this thing out is to do a nationwide kind of shutdown, but easier said than done when some people aren't allowed to work from home or they're part of essential services. I know my dad, shout out to my dad, it's his birthday today, but the company he works for, they provide a very needed substance, which is filling cracks in the road. They're part of the infrastructure of the state. So that part's needed. You need roads. To have roads, you need to have truckers come in and all that stuff. So these guys still have to work. There are certain positions that you just can't give up on. So you have to do as much as you can and get as many people as you can to work from home as possible.
Right. That's it. Because you're not gonna stop everybody.
No, you can't.
That's possible because, I mean, the average quarantine time for each person, or for a person having the virus, is what, 14 days?
Yeah, they're recommending around 10 to 14 days, and that's.
So when do you know when the next person's get their 14 days? Their 14. I mean, that's impossible.
It's really hard.
So, to me, the only way that we're going to control this thing is to come up with the vaccine that's going to control it. That's the only way we're going to have. That's the same thing they did with the flu.
Yeah.
They came up with the flu shot and kind of control it. I mean, I'm not a medical person, and my wife is in the medical field, so she kind of gives me a little bit of information here and there. And she says that when you get the flu, your body builds up a immune to it.
Right.
And so when you get it once, your body can build an immune to that But if that virus has different types of versions of that virus,
like
you
the
can
flu.
you can catch the next version of whatever that. So we don't know if the virus gets worse.
Yeah.
The second time or whatever. Who knows? But
because coronavirus has been around. It's just this specific strand that's kind of wreaking havoc on the world.
Right.
And that's why I kind of lean towards, okay, let's just shut the U.S. down for like a month, send everybody home. Hopefully we have a vaccine by then, and ship it to everyone's house, and just have you put it in yourself and call it a day.
Well, that's happening around the globe in certain spots. My stepson's up in Denver, Colorado. They have put everything on lockdown. I mean, he texted us today panicking, and he's a waiter, and so he out of work right now.
Right.
And so we had to send him some funds and kind of some relief, and it's getting crazy. It's like they said the stores are packed where it takes 2 hours to get into the store because the lines are going outside the door around the block. I'm like, are you kidding me? And we haven't got to that point out here yet.
No, we haven't. We're fortunate enough.
Right. And so I'm like, can we do enough to prevent us to getting to that point? Because remember, all the state lines are being blocked. Supplies can't come in or go out.
Yeah, for the most part.
Local. You got to get everything, whatever's here, it has to be local.
Well, this whole thing has kind of sent our family into a readjustment period where Alex and I are now looking into getting 5 chickens in a chicken coop, because with 6 kids, you go through at least a dozen eggs per egg breakfast. So I'm going to need 25 eggs at least per week to do 2 egg breakfasts.
You just said something, man, it just hit me like.
Yeah.
You know how fads and clothes and all come back around. Now we coming all the way back around how we got our food, and this is that's crazy. I mean, this just goes to show how fat America is and how spoiled we are, man.
Right.
I mean, just think about it. I mean, when you take the average American on a camping trip, they bring a cell phone, they bring all the technologies. That's not camping.
No.
I mean, camping is supposed to be roughing it, where you go out there in the bag and lay your butt on the hard dirt and rough it. But we don't do that here in America. It's like, oh heck no, I gotta have an RV over there parked with hot water is running and all. I mean, that's how we are. And when now something like this comes along, it's like it kind of jolts us to a point where, man, we had it good.
And we were talking about how we're kind of blessed to be with our families during this time and have that extra time, but this has also kind of actually saved us some money. We're not eating out as much, and it's actually more expensive to eat out than it is to eat at home, fellas. I don't know if you know this, but we've been meal planning now because we're with our youngest who has cerebral palsy, and then my mother who has an autoimmune disorder. There's risks involved for any time any of us go out.
And not take any.
We can't. So our goal, I can't even see my dad on his birthday today. It's killing me, but he's also been like the drug runner in a sense. He's been the one running to grocery stores for all of us to pick up random items, but we've been planning every meal since the start of this thing. We're on like day 11, and I think we're saving money by doing this, and it's kind of crazy to see and to notice that. So now we're looking into like, can we have some like veggies and fruits? Can we grow our own stuff to save a couple of extra coins here and there too? And
man,
might as well.
Unbelievable.
The green thumb is starting.
I like what Jay says on here. We got to get back to making stuff here in the U.S., making our stuff locally or wherever. We got to stop having to reach out to some other, country or reach out to wherever to depend on things that that we're fat with. Now we got to try to find ways of making jobs here and stop, keep all that money where it belongs and where we need it, right here. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, but Jay also says he needs an IPA, and he's got to have a local IPA.
Probably already wiped the shelves off of everything else that nature anyway.
Nah, come on.
I'm just joking. But he's going to have that regardless. But we're going to take a quick break here, and we're going to get out of the drudgery of this virus. Even we have to stay on top of it. We have to stay of what the updates of what's going on with it, and try to kind of be in good spirits and make a little light of it. And we're going to try to do that a little later today in the show because we got some stuff on social media that had me dying laughing.
The internet has been great lately. I will say that.
Superb, dude. I never had so much entertainment on social media, but man, it's a lot of good stuff out there when it comes to that. You know, people making light and just, you know, trying to make the best of the situation. And we're going to try to do that as well a little later on the show. But in the meantime, we're going to take a quick break here and get back and talk about some football or the transactions of football. Free agency, Cardinal moves. Stick around, Bird Gang. You're listening to the Casual Sports Show right here on KSRN, the hottest internet radio station on the web. Go ahead and check us out. We'll be right back. Stick around.
Take a little break, but we'll be back in a while, so don't nobody go nowhere.
MPX, a neighborhood joint located at 4717 East Bell Road, is not just another restaurant. It's a community partner and gathering point. At MPX, everything is made from scratch. The menu is a creative spin on traditional American classics. Every item on the menu has a story behind it. From Ashley's Biscuit Chili, raised short ribs, to the PB&J French toast, there's a new favorite waiting for you. In addition to being the ideal neighborhood joint, MPX is committed to uplifting the community, partnering with local schools, hosting benefits, and give back. If you're looking to schedule an event, MPX, a neighborhood joint, is the perfect location to come together. And while you're there, be sure to check out the 195-inch TV. For more information, call MPX at 602-788-7134. Visit www.mpx.life. Follow us on Twitter at MPXLife. Like us on Facebook or stop in. Again, we're located at 4717 East Bell Road in Phoenix. MPX, the official neighborhood joint of the Easy Sports Talk Show. Be sure to tell a friend. Hi, this is Ed Smith, host of the Easy Sports Talk Show. In addition to hosting the show every Saturday, did you know I'm also an inspirational and motivational speaker? Utilizing life experience in my 15-year professional sports career, I offer programs to a wide variety of audiences. Tips from the locker room to the boardroom and beyond. Whether you're a corporate executive, sports organization, or faith-based organization, Ed Smith Speaks can customize a team-building, motivational, and inspirational program to fill your needs. I love to come inspire and motivate your group to create lifelong shining moments. To learn more about booking me for your event, visit edsmithspeaks.com or contact me directly at info@edsmithspeaks.com.
Hey yo, what's good, Bird Gang? This is Jay Love. And where do you go when you want to get all the information about the Arizona Cardinals? Of course, you come to Casual Sports in the Casual House. You can.
Larry has returned. Lying. Larry.
You need Larry.
Larry!
Send a message. Larry.
Larry!
Fitzgerald
has returned.
This is Larry Fitzgerald. You're listening to the exclusive voice of the Bird Gang, Casual Sports.
You are listening to the best internet radio station on the web, KSRN, Arizona.
Welcome back into the Casual House. Earl Burnett, a.k.a. Casual E, Sean McConnell, Every Monday night, we bring you this show and try to give you our perspective of what's going on in the world of Arizona sports. Okay, man. We can talk some free agency, what the Cardinals did in free agency.
Okay.
At the same time, there's a lot of other NFL moves that went down that are pretty interesting.
And you know what's crazy about that? I know we're Cardinal based, and I have a bias as well, but from all the buzz that was coming into my phone, a lot of it was homegrown buzz. It was all our own.
Yeah, exactly.
It was amazing. That never happens.
Right.
Cardinals make another move and another move. It's like, what is everyone else doing? Are they?
You know, over the years, all we know is Cardinals didn't do anything.
We lost this guy. This guy's gone.
He didn't want to come here.
Yeah, he definitely didn't like us.
And now it just feels like we sitting up on top of everything. Like, yeah, now.
Yeah, and they're like, okay, come on.
Like, calm down.
Here's one guy that moved teams that is great for the Cardinals and didn't go to the Cardinals, and that is Emmanuel Sanders going to the Saints.
Say that is a hell of a signing.
Hell of a signing for the Saints, and great for the Cardinals because he's out of the division. P2 he doesn't have to worry about him anymore.
But my goodness, you give Drew Brees another weapon like that. My goodness, it's like, how do you stop Thomas to begin with? Nobody can stop. And then you add that guy, the speedster that can get over the top over people.
The Saints did what the Patriots couldn't to keep Brady. I'll just put it that way.
Yeah, let's get on to that. Brady. I had a text message
to Brady.
No. To his coach, to his new coach.
Ooh.
I text VA. He got back, and we were kind of chatting a little bit, and I was like, "How the hell?"
He's got to be ear to ear right now.
He is elated. This you can just see he's sending text messages with beers and stuff. Having a beer. I said VA is having a ball, man.
Yeah.
And eventually we got to get him back in the house, man, at some point.
I'm sure
all this thing starts to die down a little bit.
And to think, he just had that great book, The Quarterback Whisperer. Now he needs to add another chapter in there that he could sell out to people to just stuff in the back of the book that has the whole Brady chapter. Because holy crap!
Let's talk about that though a little bit. All the talk is going around about these two, Belichick and Brady, and who's going to be better without the other, and I mean, dude,
this is worse than like a reality TV relationship.
You know, and this whole thing is going to end up proving a point that I've been trying to make for years. I mean, Brady's a good quarterback. I'm not saying he's not. I'm not saying he's not a good quarterback, but that dang on system did it, man. That system made him who he is. That's just fact.
Yeah.
That's fact. The system made him who he is. I mean, in fact, you want to know who's going to do better without the other? Well, Belichick has already been proven to do it without he has done it already with Brady.
With Castle, Brissett. I mean, pick a guy. He's done it.
So, but then again, when you look at it, he did it with Brady.
Yeah.
20 years ago.
Yeah.
His system worked with a quarterback that he got in the 6th freaking round. And he stuck him in there and ended up in a Super Bowl.
Yeah.
So Belichick has proven that his system works. His system can take any quarterback and put him in there and make him look like a superstar. Like you just said, Matt Castle, really? And now you look at these 3 quarterbacks they got on the roster now. Cody Kessler. They just signed back Brian Hoyer, and they're gonna go with the rookie kid or the second-year kid, Jarrett Stidham. Like, who the hell is that?
It doesn't matter.
It don't matter. Exactly. That's my point. It don't matter, and that's how puffed out and arrogant Belichick is, knowing it don't matter.
And the thing that, like, the flip side of that coin too is, I want to know what BA is going to do with Brady, because Brady can't chuck the 60-yard bombs. Like, Carson had a big arm. Brady isn't like the big arm guy. Is BA going to just go slants all day?
On tape, you saw that the deep ball ain't there for him no more.
Right.
Yeah, he's coming up short on the deep ball. He's ground hopping a lot of those big chunk 30, 20-yard comebacks. So I don't know. But in this case, I'm going to tell you what I told somebody before. if the Tampa Bay Buccaneers want Brady to work, they better start shaping that offense as close as to New England's offense as they can get it.
Yeah.
And try to add a few wrinkles here and there with a couple of weapons with Evans and get as close to that New England system as you can get, because that's his system. That's what he knows. I always said it. Superstar quarterbacks that have talent, like a Peyton Manning, like a superstar, can be taken from one team and put on another team and do the exact same thing and be that superstar. I just personally don't think that's Brady, because Brady was a 6th-round pick, not a superstar. Right. He was a 6th-round pick that got put in a system and said, you do this and you'll be successful. Stick to that and you'll be successful. Do this. It was methodical. It wasn't his talent overshadowing the system. So if the Buccaneers don't try to shape in that offense to some degree to that New England offense, he's going to struggle, especially in BA's offense. The first time Carson hit that offense, what did he do? He threw 22 picks.
Yeah, it was rough that first year.
Jameis just did 30 picks.
Yeah, but Jameis was like legally blind, and he's got that fixed now, so we can't be too mad at.
Struggle in that system. I mean, he's got Byron Leftwich running it now, so maybe they will tell it back and make it Brady friendly. Hopefully, because that's the only thing I can see it the way it's going to work.
They do have weapons, so I'm not going to deny that.
Not the weapons.
They got weapons.
But one thing. I mean, everybody kind of clowning on Jameis. Jameis could throw that deep ball, and Evans and them shined when he threw that deep ball.
Right.
So I don't know if Brady can still do that or not. I mean, from what I've seen on tape, I watched a lot of the tape, just last year's tape, because everything is free on NFL.com, in case y'all didn't know. But I watched a lot of those games over the weekend.
Free plug right there.
And I'm like, man, he kind of losing a little bit of velocity on that deep ball.
You know, at the end of the day, the one who wins the most is Belichick, because this is Belichick's mindset right here. I didn't pull it up. Hold on. Here it comes. Here it comes. Here it comes.
What is your name? I told you it doesn't matter what your name is.
That's it.
That's all you need to know.
And, man, you can just go back 20 years ago and count the countless nameless people that have been successful in that dang on offense, on that dang team.
Players that have left and gone to other teams and have turned into giant busts.
Garbage players that you know are not good enough, but he just maximizes that one thing that person may be able to do well and make them do that alone. And he has this uncanny ability to do that.
Yeah.
And so, I mean, Troy Brown was not no all-star type of receiver. Like, who was that?
Yeah.
Ray Rule. All these, just start naming off all these guys that have played for this coach. It points to the coach being the brilliant one. I'm sorry. It just does. So when this all boils down, I'm hoping both of them are successful, but man,
that's fun.
I don't see Belichick winning AFC championship games and Super Bowls with them 3 quarterbacks. At some point, he's going to have to lean on a veteran somewhere.
They might still win the division, though.
Yeah, and everybody thinks that is Buffalo's division now, but I don't think so.
That Patriot defense played really well early, and they still have a lot of those same guys. So
that's true. So that's going to be kind of interesting to see how that turns out. But the Cardinals are probably a top of offseason moves, winning the offseason in the free agency thing so far up until now. What grade would you give Steve Keim right now with the moves he's made up until this point? Free agency's pretty much died. It's pretty much gone now. So everything is getting ready for the draft. So up until this point, what grade would you give Steve Keim?
A 1,000 out of 100. I told you before we got on, I'm giving Steve Keim now the name as Stone Cold Steve Keim. And all I gotta say is,
Give me a hell
yeah. That's Steve Keim now. And the crazy thing was that the trade was announced. It was on 3/16, and that's like Stone Cold's like Stone Cold 316. That's his thing. So it makes perfect sense. Steve Keim is now Stone Cold. They're both bald. They both got goatees. It makes sense. Don't oversell it.
Pretty dope shirt that's kind of circulating around with him looking like Suge Knight almost.
And that's shout out to Mike. Mike did that.
Mike put that out. Yeah, Mike Girardi put that out. I mean, he put some good stuff out as far as other stuff too with that. But he put a tight little shirt out. And I don't know if that's the same one that ended up with Hopkins and Murray and Fitz on it, but it ended up in Kyler's hands, and he holding it up on a picture saying, "Come get your shirt" or something, and with a place to go buy it or something. I don't know, but I don't know if that's Mike or is that somebody else. But
I think it was Mike that did it.
Yeah, I think so. We're
gonna put his photography page in the Facebook just because.
Oh, yeah, good looking.
Shout out to Mike.
Got to shout out to Mike. That's my dog right there. But okay, so the grade you gave him an absolute 1,000. So I'm gonna go with the A as well because that trade just trumps everything. I'm sorry. Anybody?
Yeah.
Any negative person that comes up with something of why this trade is not good for the Cardinals must be on crack. Because I've heard some people try to come in and say this is gonna be bad for him because he didn't practice good and he didn't. Man, who cares about all of that? We got the legend in the locker room that's gonna clean all that up.
Yeah.
We're not worried about that practice stuff because when superstars get on the field and another superstar is there, they don't lack and get lackadaisical and lazy. They go at it.
And here's another thing. Bill O'Brien and Cliff Kingsbury, I don't think they could be any more different.
Two different dynamics. I mean, all together. One of them can coach.
Cliff might be showing up to practice in flip-flops. He's just that kind of dude. He's just kind of SoCal hangout dude.
I don't know how Bill O'Brien's still hanging around. He got some pictures on somebody or something. This dude must know the mafia or something.
Yeah, he might be the one in the Suge Knight.
I don't know, but maybe him and Steve Keim was longtime friends. Back in the day we don't know about, and they just hooked each other up or something. I don't know.
No, one person hooked the other one up. It definitely wasn't a mutual.
He hooked him up like, dude, you gotta do me this favor, man. My career is dying, dude. They about to kick me out of here, man. You gotta help me out.
Speaking of, I got into, I don't know, I was trolling him a little bit. This guy on an NFC West rivalry Facebook group, right? And it happened right when Todd Gurley got released, and I wanted to share the article, and all I did was say, and you guys couldn't get anything for him? Todd Gurley was released for nothing.
For nada.
And Rams fans wanted it, and they have the stats and the proof to say that Gurley is better than David Johnson. I think even Cardinals fans would say that.
And his last
but you couldn't
year
get anything.
Right.
And we got DeAndre Hopkins. And you got nothing.
Nothing.
So, I mean, Rams are going to be fourth place in the NFC West this year. I'm just saying right now.
Yeah, they lost a lot of key pieces, too. Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see how that all shapes out if we have a season. I mean, now it's kind of starting to feel like, man, now we please have a season.
Yeah.
These moves that have happened in this free agency are good moves. I mean, you could go back, like you just said, Emmanuel Sanders going to the Saints.
It's a good move.
Gurley going to the Falcons. That looks the same. Maybe he can resurrect his career there.
Maybe.
I mean, just look at the whole free agent pool of who went where. It's like, man, I would love, this is going to be pretty freaking interesting.
Yeah.
The guys that are still out there, notable guys that are still out there, big names that are still out there. Jadeveon Clowney.
That's a big ticket item right there.
Big ticket item. And here's another one that I was thinking about that I would love to have here, but of course we're done with signing. Like, we probably ain't got no money left. Everson Griffin.
Oh, man. I want to see where.
Oh, my God.
Keep him out of the NFC, please.
Dude is there. He could still rush the passer with a vengeance.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, my God. I'm like, man, I would love to have that dude in the Cardinal uniform. Then they got Xavier Rhodes still out there.
Yeah, there's a lot of guys that need to move.
A lot of dudes out there. The Cardinals got the call back from the agent of Kenyon Drake, and of course it's a go-ahead, and he signed that thing real quick.
And I'm okay with that.
I'm okay, man. You know I'm okay with that.
So now he gets the 1 year with a chance to extend.
chance to extend. At the same time, I think he hit it at the right time where right before this running back thing starts to take a big dive because you look at Gurley, like you just said, Gurley. What's the other guy's name? Gordon.
Yep.
All these guys that were in that same little David Johnson were all in that same little pool of these are some star backs, man. Le'Veon Bell. Where are all these guys?
Yeah.
Nowhere to be found. Moving on different teams. Not being productive.
Not big money moving around.
No, nothing. And it's like, okay, so and I said this last time. Running back is going to be that position where you can go, we'll get that in the free agent the undrafted free agent pool after the draft.
Mm-hmm.
Because look at those running backs that played in the Super Bowl last year. Both those dudes got off the undrafted free agent pool last year.
Right.
And they were superstars in systems that made the running back dynamic.
Yeah.
Cardinals at that. So Drake got off pretty easy. I mean, he got some good money out of this thing. That thing could have really tanked.
And he gets to prove it with a full year.
That's my point.
Yeah.
And the Cardinals get to go and see what he can really do for a full year.
Mm-hmm.
Remember, he came in the seventh game or seventh or eighth game after the top bye week.
Yeah, it was around there.
Right. So, and he still put up 800 damn yards. That was pretty dang good. But,
yeah, he was rolling, man. He was rolling. He was just glad to be out of Miami.
You know how dudes get when they get that contract. Some of them get lax, and some of them can't take the pressure of having to live up to that contract.
Right.
That was David on both ends. I mean, sorry to say, that was him on both ends.
Yeah, things happened. He made business decisions, and it just didn't work out the way that everyone planned it.
Yeah, he kind of went on to some social media and started firing back at the Cardinals.
When the grass is cut, the snakes will show. When the grass is cut, the snakes will show.
You're going to get us removed for playing that twice.
The snakes will show. And I'm like, okay.
Man, I stopped quoting artists and songs, I feel like a long time ago on social media. But players, they still do it, and it's okay. I don't know how that works.
Here's my trip. Dude, own it. Own it.
Yeah.
Don't come back after you throw something out there like that and then try to say, oh, it's just social media. I'm just quoting a song. Dude, that's the very reason why we didn't keep you and why we gave up on you, is because you're too passive to begin with. Stick with something. Don't go back and forth.
You can't be petty and passive.
Yeah, don't be hesitant and passive and scared to say, I didn't. Dude, be a man and stand up behind your word, dude. You said it. Now come out. If you're going to attack the team, come back and attack the team. Guess what? The team don't give a damn. Don't care.
Yeah, one of the replies to the snake tweet was from at Marble Kyle. That snake that made you one of the highest paid running backs in the league after you had multiple injuries and hadn't shown to be the same player. Wow, what a jerk.
Man.
Yikes.
He should be just taking his opportunity to say, okay, everybody thought I'm done. Let's just go over here to my new team and get a fresh start. Thank you, Cardinals, for doing what you did. Gave me the opportunity. Blah blah blah. And you got to be professional. He getting some serious bad advice from somewhere.
There's some more heat. Matt Jones says, if they cut the grass shorter at State Farm Stadium, would you have ran faster? That was a good one. That was a good one.
Good.
Oh,
That's
man.
Good.
Yeah.
This dude just did this.
I mean, he hasn't sounded that much like Tyrann Mathieu in forever. So
yeah, he sounds like he was really hurt too. So I mean, that's part of the game. That's part of the whole thing. He sounded like he was really hurt.
Yeah.
So did his wife. You know, she always got to hit the social media front and let her little words. That's part of your problem too, David. Sorry to tell you. You got to learn how to keep her a little bit off the social media stuff, defending you. Because that looks bad to me. I'm sorry. To me, that's just like my mama coming to my school and trying to fight for me in a fight for some dude. With some dude that I'm having a fight with or disagreement with. Or my wife showing up saying, Can you leave him alone?
I just don't I don't get the tweet. Social media is so easily stirred up and overanalyzing. Love it. It's hashtag just lyrics. It's not. It's the same lyrics that Tyrann Mathieu was referencing when he was out. It's an entire same thing. It's the same. You don't just coincidentally listen to old school Jay-Z and come up with this lyric and then post it to Twitter.
You're gonna quote lyrics, a couple of more lyrics down in that same song. He said, "I got my mojo back." Maybe why don't you go ahead and quote that? You could have quoted that.
That would have been more positive.
Baby, where's that lyric at? So we know you were pinpointing that lyric to us.
It's a mindset, and it's okay to have that mindset, whatever. But you look bitter, and it is what it is.
It's all right, but just own it, man. Just own it.
We still wish you the best. Good luck in Houston.
Absolutely. Good dude, man. I mean, and personal good dude. I've met him. I've interviewed him a couple of times. He's always been a outstanding in the community, outstanding human being. Period. I mean, that's without a question. No doubt. No way I'll come out and have anything bad to say about him as a person. No way.
No.
But football is football, and it's separate, and you have to separate the two. And nobody's attacking David as a man, as a person, as the person, but everybody's attacking him as the football player. As the football player, for 4 years we haven't seen the same David Johnson, the same guy that has shoes in the Hall of Fame after his first year.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Unbelievable.
How quick things change in the NFL.
How fast they change. I'm going to switch gears here real quick.
Do it.
I put up an article on Casual Sports, KSRN.
Shameless plug.
www.ksrnaz.com. The article is a mock draft, the second of the 3 that I'm going to do. This is the second one got released just yesterday, and I have to go back and retract it.
Oh, no. What'd you do?
Because some moves went down that made me go, oh, that just changes things. The Redskins just got another backup quarterback.
No, the Redskins love quarterbacks. They're going to have 7 this year.
No. So that takes them off the board of keeping that pick and picking up another quarterback. I know for sure now Chase Young is going number 2. And I got that on the mock draft. But then our pick's going to change because things are going to, because I had it fixed to where we were getting Isaiah Simmons.
Rigged. You had it rigged.
I had it rigged. And that's the fan in me.
Yeah.
The reality of the matter is the Bengals are taking Burrow. That's obvious. And the Bengals are taking Burrow because Burrow is the hype right now.
Yeah.
He's not necessarily the best quarterback in this draft, in my opinion. I still think Tua is the better quarterback.
Yeah.
So Burrow had the hype, and Burrow was in the championship, and Burrow's name is out there a little bit more, so he's the hype. So the Bengals got to come running because they're that thirsty, hungry team for that franchise quarterback, so they're definitely going to take that guy. Then you got the Redskins are going to take Chase Young. I watched tape on that kid last night, and I'm like, there is no way that dude's going to be on the board. He should be the first pick. If it wasn't for this hungry quarterback team, he would be the number 1 pick. Because that kid is, I'm telling you, just a very little bit different style, but he looked a little bit like dominant, like a Lawrence Taylor to me on tape. I'm like, wow, this dude is unstoppable. So he's definitely going number 2 for sure to the Redskins. And then the Lions, that's where the whole thing kind of got tricky with me.
Because no one knows what they're doing.
Because now that I look at it, the same way I look at Chase Young, you can't pass up on Isaiah Simmons. You can't. You can't.
Not with that head coach.
I don't think the Lions are going to pass up on him. That's a one-in-a-lifetime opportunity for you to get a guy that's going to be, first of all, a Swiss Army knife. To put him anywhere on the field, going to be a beast to deal with and disrupt all kinds of stuff on offense for some teams.
Yeah.
I mean, this kid is, just watching his tape, just see you're sitting there with your mouth dropping like, oh, my goodness, can you imagine him in a Cardinal uniform?
Yeah.
But it's not going to happen because he's too dang good to be on that board. So I think that the Lions are going to take him at 3. And so then that leaves the next best player in the draft is Jedrick Wills, the lineman. Watching him on tape, good. I mean, dude can do everything, pass block and run block.
Yeah.
footwork is excellent. And the guy's got excellent hands. You can't get around. He's like a wall. So,
but you know who else needs him that is before us is the Giants.
Right. That's what I'm saying. The Giants might take him at 4.
Okay. Yeah, I feel like that's a match made in heaven.
I think so too. So now this thing is starting to shaping out. These first 4 picks are shaping out to be pretty much automatic, almost. So then you got the Giants, and then you got, of course, those 2 quarterback teams after that. The Dolphins and Chargers are going to take quarterbacks.
Right.
Doesn't matter which one. Who cares?
Unless Jameis goes to the Chargers. I'm just saying.
I don't think so. I think the Chargers are looking for that stand-up, big-time, strong arm, tall, pocket passer, Phillip Rivers replacement. So that's Herbert. They're going to take Herbert.
Okay.
And so I see Tua going to the Dolphins.
Which is what they tried to do all along.
Been trying to do that for the longest.
They benefit from that.
Now that's 5 and 6. The key to this draft
is number 7.
7 is the Panthers, and I had them taking everything else. In my last mock draft, hey, they got to get Teddy Bridgewater some weapons, so they're going to probably take Jerry Jeudy, the receiver. And I think, hey, that's a good logical explanation.
All the receivers are still there at 7.
Right. And I'm like, there's no way the Panthers are going to do that.
But the Giants could also take a receiver because they need one since OBJ left.
But then here we go again. When it comes to the talent, I'm watching.
Right, the value at 4, no.
I'm watching Derek Brown on tape. Oh, my goodness. I'm like, there's no way we getting that kid or Simmons. Because that dude is, he could be the next Aaron Donald. Just a little faster than Aaron Donald. This dude is amazing on tape as well. So I'm like, I think that's who the Panthers are going to take. And you know that leaves us 2 choices in the draft when it comes to 8. It leaves Jeff Okudah, or we take that wide receiver again. That's the 2 choices. That's it. There's nothing else there. Because we're not going to go back and get the 2nd or 3rd or 4th best offensive lineman. We got that already.
Yeah. I will stay put. I'm locking it in. The Cardinals are either taking CeeDee Lamb or someone that fell that shouldn't have.
Yeah, you might be right on point with that. It's either, I'm gonna tell you right now, it's 2 guys, CeeDee Lamb or Jeff Okudah.
Yeah.
And look at our dynamic. I'm going, okay, we got to prepare for Patrick's not going to be here after this year, after 2020 or 21. So now Jeff Okudah comes in. We're set because he's on a rookie contract. We'll be set for when Patrick's gone.
Yeah.
Bam. That's the best move. So I have the Cardinals at 8 taking Jeff Okudah.
That could work.
That's just how it is, how it shapes out at 8. Those first 8 picks, and to me, it looks like it's a no-brainer. Those first 4, and who knows what can happen with the draft? People as far as trading up and down, who knows?
But that's such a snake in the long grass move, Earl. I just don't.
That's where my mock draft had to take its turn. The Cardinals, 2 choices: Jeff Okudah out of Ohio State, CeeDee Lamb out of Oklahoma. That's it.
Touchdowns.
We are not getting Isaiah Simmons or Derek Brown. No way. The talent's too good. There's no way those teams could pass up on those 2 guys. No way.
That's true.
No way.
But you know what puts butts in the seats? Touchdowns.
There you go. So you add another dynamic receiver to what we already have. My goodness. It's like, sheesh. Let's just outscore everybody. The hell with defense.
Loaded.
No, I'm just joking. We need some defense. We got some. And we did the moves we made in free agency we haven't talked about.
We didn't even get to it.
I know. Our defense is good. It's starting to get better. And remember last year, the last few games, they were looking pretty good.
Yeah.
Went up into Seattle for crying out loud and beat Seattle, playing good defense.
It takes defense to do that.
Yeah, exactly. So the pieces that they've added, finally somebody that can cover a freaking tight end. That's all we really was missing. and then Patrick getting back to being Patrick, and then we need one more guy. To
Alfred coming back.
To help out on that rush. And you got a formidable defense, at least enough to say we can get some stops in a game.
Right.
If our offense get the ball, we're gonna have a lot of long drives. I mean, a lot. A lot of long drives when you got our offense and all that space is opening up. And now that Kenyon Drake is there, now that Hopkins is there, Fitz is there, Kirk is there. I mean, it's like, man, this is going to be dynamic. And I'm hoping hope this season gets going, man. I'm like hyped up to see that on the field, man. It's crazy. I even went so far as to make them all on Madden and put them all on the Cardinals, see how it looked. It don't look the same because it's all cartoonish and stuff, but you get all hyped up about it though. But
oh man,
that's where we are with it, man. I wanted to get in one more segment before we got out of here. I wanted to do that dang on social media one because that one was pretty funny. Oh man, should I go can't get right or should I go with the social media?
Do what you feel, man. Do what you feel.
Let's go with social media because we always do can't get right.
It's time for the Casual Sports Show, Bird Gang, social media takes of the week.
Jeez, you guys are so sensitive. Touchy subject.
Man, I have never seen so many funny things on social media all covering the same thing, man. There's a lot of things up here that is just hilarious. I mean, we already know there's so many memes with the toilet paper. I mean, that's a given. But then there's a lot of other stuff up here that's just I mean, people are crazy, man. Somebody has the McDonald's archers separate
6 feet. 6 feet at all times.
With the same idea with the Olympics logo.
Yeah, I saw that one. I saw that one. That one's good.
Somebody said here, I don't know the name here. Chad says, no Astros have been affected by the coronavirus. They saw the signs coming before everyone else.
Yeah. Yeah, the internet's gotten so good.
My goodness, there's a lot. Somebody also said the coronavirus this is fake news, NBA fake news. The coronavirus tried to attack James Harden, but they fouled out. And then, of course, you got to have this one. Renner Center about to get all their stuff back because everybody's at home. Oh, my goodness.
That's too good.
I'm leaving this earth. Negative review I'm leaving the earth a negative review on Yelp. Very ghetto and dirty and no toilet paper or food.
Yeah, the Airbnb rating not so good.
I didn't see The Simpsons, but this is one that's on there. Said, did anyone check with The Simpsons to see how long this thing lasted? Was that an episode of The Simpsons about something like this?
The Simpsons or Family Guy, they seem to predict weird things.
Exactly.
Don't let me get in a conspiracy series.
Got a big old picture up here of the old Knight Rider, Michael Knight, with his fingers pointing like this. He says, now that we can't shake hands and come near each other, finger guns are coming back, and I'm hyped up.
Finger guns are not coming back.
I don't think so. I hope not.
No. Please no.
Oh, let me see. There's another one here. Somebody said something stupid. Does anyone
Shocker.
know how long toilet paper will last if you freeze
it? 6 months past the expiration date, that's for sure.
Oh my goodness. I see all the meat is gone from the shelves, yet the seasoning still remains. It's clear who's panicky.
Mark Mosley, my good friend, did say The Simpsons did have a flu episode, so
really?
It was similar, yes.
Oh, okay. So I gotta go check that one out.
Go figure.
Somebody said wanted to go do some panic shopping. Check my account. Turns out I can only afford to panic. And this one just had me crying laughing. If you ain't checked it out, go to Facebook to the funny pictures. I don't know if you can find it. It just says funny pictures. This dude has a mask made out of a disc of Norton antivirus. And it's on his face.
And the holes where the nose is that?
The hole with his nose in it and a rubber band holding it up on his face, and it's got Norton antivirus. It's freaking hilarious.
Guaranteed to definitely keep you safe.
Oh, yes, exactly.
The last social media take is, you got any more? You're good?
One more.
All right, go for it.
I'm sorry for the class of 2020. Y'all about to graduate on Facebook.
Oh, no. My only social media take, it's a little bit of a can't get right as well, but the Rams revealed a new logo, and it is straight garbage.
Horrible.
At least the one that they're making, like the main one, the LA with the P rainbow is what I'm going to call it, going around the LA garbage. So now, not only do they get swept twice by the Cardinals this year, they got a garbage logo, man. I don't like it.
Didn't it look one? There wasn't one for the Chargers that looked exactly like that.
Yeah, pretty much. So I mean, they're just changing the homework a little bit.
Oh my goodness.
The one with the actual Ram looks okay.
Right.
So if they make that the primary one, I won't be too mad at it.
Well, that's our show again, Bird Gang. Somehow, some way, we'll come up with something to talk about again next week. And I guess next week we'll make it a social media show where everybody can call in the number and just I guess, talk about what we've been doing about this virus and how we've been protecting ourselves and keeping up and what we're doing in our quarantine time. Pretty much what everybody else is doing. But please, be safe, be clean, and take this serious. Till next time, Earl Burnett, Sean McConnell, Casual Sports Show, signing off.
Wash your freaking hands, man.